What's up, everybody? OMB. Hey, look, I appreciate y'all subscribing to the channel. Do subscribe if you're not subscribed, and hit the bell icon so you can be notified for future videos. Excuse the darkness, y'all. 7:03. I'm in the car, you know what I'm saying? And I've been doing some thinking. I've been thinking about this since I've been in the shower this morning. It's something that, you know, story I need to tell. Something that I've seen. This is going to be how I saw the relationship between blacks and Puerto Ricans change in the Bronx where I was, in Cyprus. And actually it was all, I seen it throughout New York, but the place I seen it was there. So I remember being in PS. Now I'm going. Now this is going. I'm telling you all my accounts, and then I'm telling you my memory is not bad at all, bro. You know what I'm saying? I got very good memory. And I remember my mom washing me in a tub, bro, like this little tub, you know what I'm saying, when I was a baby, and me opening up my eyes, and she startled the hell out of me because my mom, and you might not tell now because she done got older, but mom's eyes used to be big, man, you know what I'm saying, like, put like this, when I got older and I woke her up, I got to the point where I ain't like waking her up, because when most people wake up, they're like, yeah, you want? Moms go like, what you want? This wide open. I'm like, yo, that'll startle the hell out of you, bro. I was like, yo, you was just sleeping. You opening up your eyes like you wasn't at all. You know what I'm saying? That's just wild, B. Y'all know what I'm talking about. But anyway, so I remember in PS65. Now I know y'all remember me saying I was a ladies man. I was into the females. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't into all the wild stuff in the hip hop. Let me go ahead and say that. Even though hip hop was not at the time like it was, then the turntables was always around me because I had an uncle who used to live on Woody Crest, which is right over there by the old Yankee Stadium. We used to go to Yankee Stadium all the time. We used to play there in the Yankee Stadium, in that little back part of it where they got where you can run around the track and all of that. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, anyway, um, I remember I used to see when the girls in my class, hey, I used to just as a little playboy, you know what I'm saying? And when it came to the Puerto Rican girls, they wasn't hearing that. You know what I used to hear a lot of? Uy, moreno. They didn't like us. They didn't like us like that. Puerto Ricans did not like blacks like that. You know what I'm saying? Now, the barrier was being broken at that time because we was in class together. And this is another thing, and this is another way how they broke that barrier. We did plays together. We did activities together. And us as the kids, we broke the barrier even more because my father told me something that I didn't know. When he was younger, he dated a Puerto Rican. He had a Puerto Rican girlfriend. So the barrier was being broken then, but I think where our generation was the icing on the cake. Because I'm telling you, around the 70s, they ain't like us like that. I remember one time there was an argument where, and these guys were a little bit older than me, right over there on Cypress on the corner of our building, 628. There was a little red thing there where you can hit and call the ambulance or the police sitting on the corner. You can hit that. And there was this Puerto Rican dude standing over there by. He had a little afro. I forgot his name, man. And there was some black dudes out there, Booby, Jeffrey, and all of them. What's dude name? Oh man, he got his sister name is Winnette. If y'all know Winnette, she had the big booty. She lived in 628. Or did she live in 626? The buildings was connected. She lived in one of, I believe it was 628 she lived in, because it was a bunch of them. You know what I'm saying? And the black the black dude and the Puerto Rican started snapping on each other, and the black dude called him. He was like, "Yo, you Puerto Rock," and did he say that? Yeah, he said something like, "You Puerto Rock," and the Puerto Rican guy said, "You Tyrone," you know what I'm saying? And it was funny, man. We all just laughed it off because he called him a Tyrone. I don't think he called him a Puerto Rock, because Puerto Rock was pretty cool at the time. It was something else he called him. I gotta think about it, man. I lost the word, but it was a name. It was a Spanish name that he called him, and he meant it as a diss. You know what I'm saying? And the Puerto Rican dude came back and called him a Tyrone. You know what I'm saying? Because it was another name, and it wasn't dude name, and it was just funny, man. You know what I'm saying? And so, I seen that was later on, and where you seen the barrier started being broken. So I gave you the beginning in the 70s, where I remember where you couldn't even, and then like Puerto Ricans calling themselves niggas. You in the 70s, they would never ever, they would tell you, I ain't no nigga. In a heartbeat, B, I'm telling you straight up. I remember this. I remember the dynamics easy. You could not call him a nigga. Now, I did make videos saying, um, I don't remember Puerto Ricans calling themselves niggas, but then as I started thinking more about it, as I left New York is when they started calling themselves niggas. It's like it became more prevalent. It was before that, but I left around 90. You know what I'm saying? And it was before that, but not as hard as it was throughout the 90s. Y'all can't tell me I'm lying, bro. I was there. You know what I'm saying? So I'm giving y'all my account of it. And at first, when it was happening to me, when they used to be like, uy, moreno and stuff like that, I used to be like, I didn't know what that meant, but I knew it wasn't something good, because just the way they said it, and then when they say uy, the face that they made, I knew it was sound like, well, that's something bad. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, like, okay, all right. And then I just whoop-de-dooed on away from them and just started playing with whoever. That was always me. I never worried about what somebody else is doing. Look, okay, well, that's how you are. Well, they ain't like that over there, so I'm going over there. You know what I'm saying? So, that was always me. Wherever it was cool at. Whoever was cool with me, I was cool with you. So we hanging. If you had issues, all right, well, true that. You know what I'm saying? That was always me. So, I ain't have no qualms. To me, it was always that individual, because I always had Puerto Rican friends, even throughout my childhood. Like real early, I told y'all about Mannix. So when I did bump into the Puerto Ricans who was like, uy, moreno, it was like, oh, okay. Mannix ain't like that. Giovanni ain't like that. Ito ain't like that. Tito ain't like that. Guso ain't like that. You know what I'm saying? So those are the people who I hung around. I didn't mind hanging around Puerto Ricans. It didn't matter to me. Blacks, Puerto Ricans, that's what started in the hallway also. I remember Sean Taylor, him and Ito was inseparable at one time, man. Because I remember I lived on the 5th floor in 628. Ito lived right across from us. And Sean, they was always out in the hallway. That's where I learned. That's where I learned like how to bob and weave and all that through them. You know what I'm saying? And it was Puerto Ricans and blacks. And we were like, it was like, at first it was me, Sean, Ito, Guso, and then I remember, well, Tito was there, but Tito started coming more in the hallway. I started seeing him a lot more, like later on, and then way more, but they was always together outside, because at one time I wasn't able to go outside like that. Moms and pops wasn't having that, you know what I'm saying? So, when I was able to go outside like that, because I was rebelling in school, because I wanted to go out. You know what I'm saying? I'm seeing all these kids outside, these dudes out here having all this fun, jumping on mattresses, flipping, you know what I'm saying? Practicing moves, putting on gloves, boxing. I want to go out there too. I'm sitting in this damn house with these couches and fancy little beads that I keep tearing up. You know what I'm saying? These little diamonds on the wall, all kinds of little crap. Couldn't look at TV, and let me go out there. So, I always watch. So I watched, I seen that dynamic change. And then when I left New York and came back to New York, well, first of all, my cousins, they kids is half Puerto Rican and half black. You know what I'm saying? My cousin 20, my cousin Aunt, you know what I'm saying? And so on. So that dynamic was always there. And my phone is giving me a little message and whatnot. I hope this recording stays. So I just wanted to give y'all a little, insight on how it was, you know, growing up in the Bronx and seeing that dynamic. And I think it's cool because I actually seen it with my own eyes. It wasn't something where I had to read it in a book or somebody else had to tell me. Nah, I was part of that. You know what I'm saying? OMB signing out. Peace.